Well, welcome to Saturday with Today at the Races. Keith and Callie guiding you through it. Highlight of for me yesterday was the Deal DeVico horse coming in at a little bit of a price. Race at number 5, no easy days, beating
Yeah,
out Aldous and Uncle Jake. A really nice. It was a nice ride by Angel Cruz. I'm gonna give him that.
I tell you what, went by me at the 16th pole. I thought for
Yep.
sure was beaten. Really dug in, very tenacious to the wire to get it done. I thought another really good visual performance was Robbie Bales' horse.
Yes.
Was that Calming Storm? I
Yes.
believe.
11 to 1.
Late
The
breaking
price.
blinkers off angle,
You-
broke sharp
Yep. Talk about
yesterday.
that.
Was really into the race early. Got good position, a good ride. It settled nicely inside of horses, worked outward, and really a strong surge through the final 3/16 to win going away. That was one to watch because I tell you what, had something left in the tank going past the wire.
That was some good racing yesterday. A little bit more to be had here today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the track and just see a little bit of the layout. Hey, that track is looking pretty good, pretty fast off the turf today.
Yeah.
Keith, let's go ahead and jump right into these
Okay.
races. Starting in this early pick 5, in this claiming 25,000, an off the turf event going 5.5 on the dirt right now. For the girls 3 and up, scratch the 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. Here, Keith, you and I both land on the number 1. Go Chanel, Damon Deal DeVico, Angel Cruz. As I just mentioned, they teamed up yesterday for a win. Let's see if they can start off Saturday like this.
Yeah, Damon's Barn, really good right now.
Yes.
Okay, they're on a little bit of a tear. And Go Chanel, this is going to be first time blinkers on the dirt. And I liked the way she ran last time. Got it done on the turf, off of a break, showed a little bit more positional speed, and she's going to need that today on this really short field on the main track, getting back to the main track. O'Shaughnessy, the 4 looks like the one to catch. I think she is the speed of the speed. Good number last time on the turf. Has 3 turf tries, a couple good efforts recently. But on the dirt, she's got some speed. She's got a little bit more speed that she shows on the main track. She's going to get out there for a barn that doesn't run a slew of horses, but they're a high percentage barn for this year. Going to be dangerous to catch. But Go Chanel, the way the barn's going, recent work, everything going in, leading into this leads me to say she's kind of at the top of her game right now. I'm hoping she can keep that leader in her sights and run that one down through the stretch.
That's exactly it, as I see it, as well as Keith Bustel and I both go 1, 4, 10, 2 in the first. Let's go from the early pick 5 to the early pick 4. Keith, let's take a look at your ticket. What you kind of have lined up for today on Saturday?
Yeah, hit me with a late scratch. For everybody's benefit, it gets down to a $13.50 ticket.
There we go.
I'm going to need it. Man, the picks yesterday, they were okay. I mean, man, oh, man, we got to pick it up a little
Let's
bit.
not harbor on the
Yeah,
past,
I
Keith.
know,
Let's
I
move
know, I know.
forward
Hey,
into today.
we're here for the people. We got to help the people out. 235 to get you
That's
going.
right.
Race number 2, single in race 3. Hashtag lucky. Hypnotizada could be a little bit of a nuisance to that one, but this jam job, I'm thinking the daughter of Spicetown is going to get it done, or Spicester, I should say. Race 4, 3 deep with the 1, the 2, and the 3. You got a little stat on Illusion of Hope from Mikey Gorham. And race 5, 3 deep again with the 3, the 5, and the 9. Pride of Peyton. A little bit of value I think we're going to get even with Kieran with Hagersdale. There it is.
Yes, I like that.
Okay.
Hey, there we go. We'll dig into Hagerstown a little bit more. That $13.50 ticket from Keith Fustel for that start of the early pick 4, which does begin in this maiden special weight. Straight 2-year-old fillies going 5.5 on the turf. Keith, you have the number 5 on top. First to arrive, Brittany Russell, Arnaldo Boca Chica, of course. This nice Liam's map, putting in some decent works up there at Delaware.
Yeah, half-sister galloped on the dirt second time out. Both siblings have multiple winners, so there's some talent there. There's some speed there. And this one down the line could go probably turf or dirt when really kind of digging into the breeding. Little interesting move here. Going to hit Boca Chica. So I'm thinking, speed rider,
Flash
gate
him
rider
out.
can get out of there, get this
Yep.
one going, and she could be tough for a barn. It's always deadly first time out. Also a barn, very good with the 2-year-olds. John Robb's got a couple in here. The 2 Remember Me and the 3 Viennese Waltz. We can go with your top selection, Remember Me. We got a little video of that one.
We do. Let's
Let's
talk
see it.
about Remember Me. In that first effort with Jerry Robb, Jose Betancourt takes the call on this one. And again, was against a nice Tupi. That was from a barn of Grand Motion where the dam was a part of the Todd Pletcher system. Got her maiden, was tried for some black type, but was just really was really just the strong. This one, Tupi goes and wins by about 8 lengths, Keith. So there's a lot to say about that. So there is none there is no Tupi in that field. But this one is a half to forget about it. The Dam was a winner in her third start. Wasn't putting in a disrespectful performances prior to a fourth and a third in her first and second starts. So, of course, you go into these works. We don't have any work since that first run that we just saw on screen. So, you take Tupi out of it, and with amongst this field, I think this one, to me, stands a little bit out. It has got a little bit of that bottom on her from that first run.
Yeah, she was sharp. She was good to go first time out. She just ran into a killer, ran a 67 buyer figure. That's a strong number for 2-year-old fillies right out of the box here in Maryland. So we'll watch Tupi down the road. But remember me, I like the way she hung in there. Down inside, you saw in the video, she shifted out. She kept on trying to the wire to secure the place spot. Tisvino out of there broke a little bit slow, but really picked it up nicely at the end. But is she going to get that duel that she kind of got to run into that she got in debut? I don't know. We shall see. But Alki around a 2 and the 5. Another one you got to pay attention to. And Perez, X-Man, Xavier goes here for the 3. Viennese Waltz. Okay, we've seen Cordmaker, okay, right there in the family. Half to Cordmaker, recently retired, a 14-time winner, 7 winning sibs, a debut winner. Kin to Corvus, who I think might have won early, right off the bat. So, yeah,
Yes.
Viennese Waltz, interesting choice here. We saw that the other day, though. You have to kind of guess sometimes with this barn. They'll run 2 of them, but 2-3-5 for me. 5-2-3. Slice it up any way you want. But the one, I like the way she finished up. It's going to be hard for me to leave her out of the exactas and tries.
There we have it. Keith Fusel goes 5-2-3-1 there in that maiden special weight to kick off the early pick 4. The second leg is in race number 3 in this off-the-turf event, going a 1-turn mile on the dirt here at Laurel in the starter optional claiming for the girls 3 and up.
Yep.
Scratching the 1, 3, 6, 7, and 9. Keith, you and I both land on the MTO hashtag lucky for Rudy Sanchez, Salmon, Axel Concepcion.
Yeah, I just sent that. All right, so yeah, it's going to be 5, 2, 4.
Yes.
And 8 for me. There you go.
5, 2, 4, 8 for both of us.
Yes. And hashtag lucky, yeah. Jam job here. Wanted the main track. Gets it. I think the only thorn in her side maybe could be the 4-2 inside Hypnotizada, who's shown speed in the past on the main track. But she looks like she should be able to separate against this field and hang on through the stretch.
There we have it. And you have underneath a Hypnotizada, excuse me, that's in the 4. The number 2, Congress Hall, now inherits the rail. Brandon McFarland, Angel Cruz gets the call. Just consistent enough amongst this field, I think, for this class level.
Well, I think she's the one that, if anybody's going to bring the finish from off the pace, it's going to be Congress Hall. She got a really good trip last time on the turf and tried hard. She hasn't kind of run recently those dirt numbers that she had in the past, but you see on the go back, she's got a 65 buyer at this distance. That would win it. I don't think she's going to go recapture that kind of fig today, but she has enough finish in this race to be an impact. And if the 5 has a little hiccup, I think the 2 comes running.
There we go. There we have it. 5, 2, 4, 8 for Keith Fusel. Race at number 4 does start the Rainbow Pick 6. We have a nice little carryover. That's going to definitely climb to 3,000 by the time we get to race number 4. Just giving you a little bit of a structure here. 1, 2 in this race. Need a marker. Illusion of Hope. We'll have a video on both. Race number 5, 2, 3, 11 in that claiming 16 off the turf event. And in race number 6, in that maiden claiming 45. 2 scratches in there. We both go on the number 7, but since it's a maiden claiming 45, I go ahead, and add a couple of more. Race number 7, though, I went ahead. I thought that was an interesting off-the-turf event in that allowance going 5.5 on the dirt, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then I go ahead. I take a bit of a swing on number 3 for my single in Alpha Chi Row for Kieran McGee. Kieran McGee potentially having a pretty decent day, but I like it's the angle from Charlestown to Laurel for me within this barn. And then 4, 5 for that nightcap of today, $28.80 to get you started. And we do start the Rainbow Pick 6 in this claiming 10,000, which have never won 3 for the girls. 5.5 on the dirt, as mentioned. Scratch the 6, Boss Angel. Keith, you have the number 2 on top. I have the number 1 on top. Let's go ahead and take a look at both of our top selections in that effort last time out with Need a Marker and Illusion of Hope.
Yeah, Illusion of Hope. Need a Marker. Need a Marker really overcame, tough little beginning here. Stumbled at the break. There you go. You're going to catch that again. It's going to be able to kind of maybe get the best of it. It's 3 deep and going to contest the pace. We're going to pick it up around there. But I tell you, Need a Marker was able to separate, hang on here at 6 furlongs. There you go, guys. And then down inside is Illusion of Hope. Illusion of Hope gave up quite a few lengths there around the turn, probably about 6 or 7 out of it. When they leave the 3/8, a bit of swing out move and comes running. So Nita Marker, she might just be the speed of the speed. She breaks cleanly. She's a little bit quicker than Ellie Victoria and Victoria Ramirez. She might. But Illusion of Hope, I like the way this one brought that finish. We're going to get Rodriguez today, just want to confirm that? Yeah, so you got a little more experience rider here today. And a stat that we dug up might get us over the top for Mutt Gorham. Last 3 years in the dirt, 3 for 11, 27%, 8 for 11 in the money. Claimers, third off of this kind of break, that 6,282 break. ROI, it's a gaudy one, 980. That was enhanced by a horse by the name of Even Thunder on the go back at 28-1. But still, take that one out of the equation. You still got yourself a positive ROI. So Illusion of Hope going to need a little help, but I like cycling into one of its better races. It might close in and just nab Nita Marker late.
You also have performance anxiety. Morning line 9 to 5, Marius Ray Jr., Georgie Hernandez coming back from that 16 numbers of 3 efforts.
It's another one, similar kind of style. May even fall or a little further back. We shall see, but it's got to be in touch midway on the turn. I think this one's going to work in here. You see that hot-looking Royal, little issue that day, 2 races back, caught wide, just couldn't gather up that response. I think this field is certainly going to work. I think she faces a little bit easier competition.
As Keith Fusa goes 2-3-1-5 there in race number 4 to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. Let's go ahead to race number 5 in this claiming 16,000 off the turf event, going 5.5 now on the dirt for the straight 3-year-old scratch in the 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Keith, you have the number 5 on top. Hagersdale, I love the take on this. I thought about before the scratches, I thought about having this one on my ticket anyway. So Kieran McGee second in the barn for Kieran McGee with John Brasino, who had a pretty good day yesterday.
Yeah, I just think Hagersdale here is just worth a little bit of a flyer. Second time as your barn, showed some pretty good speed on the turf. Got caught a little bit of a duel. I think he's going to be able to separate here against this group. So if you're going to give me a shot at Kieran, a little bit of a price, I'll take it. Hagersdale, get to the front and hopefully don't look back.
Pride of Peyton underneath as the morning line 10-1 for Tim Keith. Charlie Marquez looking for a bit of a turnaround with the drop down.
Due to this race coming off the turf, I could see Pride of Peyton being the favorite, going to battle there with Imagine It All, I would say, when it's all said and done. But yeah, this one, 2 really, really tough breaks. You see the short comments there. Bad break, hopped at the break. It's going to have to improve. This is kind of maybe a now or never for Pride of Peyton, because this is the kind of field should be able to run down. Ran against Bump and Run, Omadata, horses like that. Beat Super Accelerators, run like a 90 recently for Robin Graham. So Pride of Peyton needs to come out clean. If it does, it should be able to rally into this group. But I got to take a little higher price here with Hagersdale.
I like it. I like it. Some nice prices coming at you. Adding some value. Keith Fusel for the people there with 5 at 9, 3, 11 in race number 5. And we will be right back after this commercial break to talk about the rest of Saturday's card.
And they're off.
And welcome back. As I mentioned from my ticket, race number 6 is a maiden claiming 45, going 5.5 on the dirt for the girls 3, 4, and 5. Scratching the number 6 and scratching the number 8. Keith, you and I both land on Flitter. This is one in the barn on the outside for Miguel Vera, Victor Carrasco, bred and owned by Dark Hollow Farm.
Yeah, we saw this owner-trainer combo hit not too long ago with a firster. 10th, got it done on the turf.
Yeah.
A little bit late to the race. This is this daughter of Great Notion. But the family is there. Have to betcha by golly, 4 for 40, 196 in earnings, 76 top buyer, but also can bring some speed to the table. So I'll take a little shot here. A live barn, I believe. This owner trainer, they've been going okay. So take a shot with Flitter. We'll tab the total on that. We'll see how much money that one takes. I think she's going to get some play in here. The works look forward at Pimlico, no doubt about it. Too many kisses at 2. The word was out. You don't see Tim Keefe horses at $1.90 to 1 first time out, okay? I know it was a shorter field. You're still not going to see it. Got out there, got position, just faded. Chased that pace on a speed day. Northern Glow did come and get him, but I think he's going to benefit from that. And quick, the 5, listen, ran really, really big. The tries on the dirt, good. can make a move into the pace, can stick around. I love the effort last time, willing after moving into the pace and dueling. Pudgy Bonsi's that horse that Kieran that has really flourished in his barn. Has a win after that race on June 17th. Then came back and ran really big on the turf. So Quick Head keying up against the right kind, no doubt about it, and is proven to show that speed and hang around.
As Keith Fusel goes 7-2-5-4 in that nice, interesting, fun little maiden claiming 45 in the 6th race. The 7th race is a restricted allowance, now taken off of the turf. 5.5 on the dirt, scratching the 4 Fast Lonnie, scratching the 8 Awesome Jazz. The rest of them are girls at 3 and up. And you have on top, as well as I do, the number 5 Paper Mansion, Jamie Ness, Jamie Rodriguez. Clearly a little bit of those dirt races previously are going to be the key factor.
Yeah, they kind of stick out on the go back recently since the break. You know, she hasn't come back to run those kind of races. Well, I don't think she has to come back and run that kind of race today either. The mid-50 number should be good enough, unless maybe a horse like A La Brave jumps up. You know, a little bit of dirt in the family, has a couple winners in there. But Paper Mansion, the way the barn's going, again, who's going to go to the front? It could be that one. It could be Paper Mansion. Maybe Tipsy Chatter off a little bit of a break. Has shown speed in the past, but the 5 will be tough to deny in here at a very, very short price.
As Keith Fusel goes 5, 3, 6, 7 in race number 7. Race number 8 is a starter optional 30,000. Originally as intended, 1 mile on the dirt here for the 3-year-olds and up. Scratch the 1. King Cheek. You and I both have, I thought I was going to be a bit sneaky with this, but Alpha Guy Cairo, Kieran McGee, Axel Concepcion. Kieran McGee potentially setting himself up for a good day today, but ran previously at Charlestown, coming back to Maryland.
Always been a fan of this horse,
yes.
Alpha Cairo. Going to try to go long here. Pretty good field. It's a good, solid starter field, but he's banged heads with some pretty good horses at 6, at 7, 8. Gets a little bit of an assist, I think, with the 1 coming out, the King Cheek. That was kind of key for me. They said, okay, you know what, Alpha Cairo still might go off at an okay price because you got proven milers, proven horses. Clubman, Kieran's other horse. Maybe Alpha Cairo, that was what I was wondering in the beginning. You kind of set him up in here to help out Clubman's chances who can make that run from the back of the pack. But take nothing away from this guy. He's moved into the fast paces. He's held. He can get the lead and fight you. So I think the flow is good. If he clears into the turn and is going a reasonable pace, you're going to have to work to get past him. Bobby G, we've got a video of him. I've always been a fan of Bobby G. Second off the claim for Michael Gorman. This 9-year-old just keeps on chugging. Go back to this June the 9th race. One of the really days, one of those days that the speed was just really, really good. Bobby G found himself 10-12 out of it mid-turn. But, man, look at this finish. Works off the inside. He just keeps on going late. I know he's beaten 5 3/4. I gave out the surge comment here. Usually I kind of use that for a winner. No, this was a really good run and kept on going out through the gallop out. So Bobby G, yeah, maybe chances are hampered a little bit with the King Cheek. Again, 7 for 24 at this distance. Likes the 1-turn mile. Along with Clubman, these two are very close, tough to separate. Similar kind of styles. Clubman might have a little bit more positional speed, but I'll go 3-7-5 in here.
3-7-5-1A. Keith finishes it out in race number 8. Let's finish out the rest of our Saturday's card here in race number 9, a maiden claiming 20,000, going a 1-turn mile on the dirt, originally on the turf. For the girls, 3, 4, and 5, scratching the number 1, Call Me Vivian. Keith, you and I both have the number 4 on top, the MTO that comes in looking for water. Hammy Smith, Jamie Rodriguez gets the call on this one. First-time router amongst the Hammy Smith barn. Has been doing well lately with that stat.
Yeah, most. We got a couple other scratches in here too, right? Isn't 2 spot out and Amaretto Sour?
Yes. Yeah. Amaretto Sour, and then we also have, yes, as you mentioned, 2 spot. Sorry, I'm reading off of I need an update on my ticket, but thank you for that.
No. And looking at this, here's another one. Targeting the main track. Hammy Smith gets it. His barns now, the runners are picking it up off a little bit of a lull over Pimlico, but looking for water. Third off the break. Miss Antietam, who I like, just didn't really, she was a little rank early, Miss Antietam, chased and backed up. Looking for water, made a pretty good run. It's a little deceiving that day because Miss Antietam was getting a little bit leg weary. But the fact that she's kind of been ranking off slow concerns me the last couple starts. But against this group, I mean, seeing who she's got, proven, I think she'll make that run into it. She shouldn't be too far back mid-turn. Imagine the odds, who also had a stumble last time out. might be the one to target. The race 2 back in March at the 1-turn mile, which she's going to get today, was good. Jim, I think that was a dropper for
Yes.
Brittany Russell. So yeah, one of these two. Again, it's hard to find value here in this nightcap.
And as we wrap it up, and since you mentioned value, Keith Fusel 4-3-5-2 in that last race. Let's go to a lightning round where
Okay.
not necessarily a best bet of the day, but you sure have a value play here today. I love this value play.
Yeah, Kieran's got some live horses, and maybe Hagersdale is the one that goes off at the best price. I think should maybe kind of slip away a little bit at a fair price. But going turf back to the dirt, got chewed up in a little bit of a duel on the turf course. But a lot of these horses have question marks. At least one thing I know, Hagersdale is going to be firing out front. We'll see how far that one can go.
First on the dirt fork in the barn of Kieran McGee as the value play of 15-1 on the morning line for Keith Fusel in Hagersdale in race number 5. Let's just give you a quick update on how the summer's going. Of course, Jamie Rodriguez is just dominating this, sticking around in Maryland, and it's working out well for him, Keith.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's teamed up with a guy named Ness. That guy wins races every once in a while. But we'll see. As we talked about it, there's a little bit of movement around here with these riders. Certain days they're somewhere else, and here, there, everywhere.
Yeah.
But, yeah, right now he's riding a little bit of a Cadillac with what he's going right now in that Ness barn.
And then let's talk about who possibly is supplying. Oh, it's a tie of he's in the tie of who's supplying the other Jamie with the Cadillacs, but Jamie Ness tied with Brittany Russell for this lead. Mike Trombetta not too far behind, but it's going to be a tight race. I think it's going to be another, and this is not the first time Ness and Russell have duked it out on top together.
No, they're both very, very capable. Everybody on that chart there is capable, so we'll see. That list is strong, and we've got some other trainers who talk about Kieran. He's live today, get a couple wins and pop right on the leaderboard, so that wouldn't be any surprise to me.
Absolutely not, and we are going to go to Dave Rodman to give us hopefully no more surprises with some more changes and scratches.
All right, good luck.